Hi girls, Lexi Luxury here. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is finally the time to start discussing winter fashion trends. Now straight off the rip, this is in no way, shape, or form trying to convince you what you need to go out and buy. This is just a fun little way for us to see what the collective is veering towards, what I'm veering towards, and how the two kind of coincide. Just like with all of my fashion trend videos, I'm gonna make sure I link something that I personally would spend my money on for each trend that we've discussed today. So if you want to shop the trends that way, just head to the description box. Speaking of the description box, I will have all of my social media links down there as well. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, make sure you take a trip down below this video. And obviously, hello, if you're into like girly fashion, productivity, day of my life vlogs, then make sure you hit the subscribe button because that's all we do over here. Give this video a big ass thumbs up if you're ready to get into some winter trends. Let's get started. Off-shoulder tops. This was a trend we started to see in the fall, but it's really coming full force in the winter season. Obviously, because of the season, we're seeing long sleeve tops, sweaters that are off the shoulder, that kind of a vibe. I'm also seeing a lot of dresses that are off shoulder as well. Me being a smaller chested girly, I love an off-shoulder moment. I love anything that can show off my collarbone, my décolletage. You know, like this part of the body is a really sexy, feminine area to show, and I just love that we're seeing more off-shoulder tops in the retailers right now. I personally got one from Pepper Mayo in a maroon color, which maroon is super huge. We're gonna talk about her again. Yeah, surprise, she's coming straight into winter with us from fall. Overall, I just think off-shoulder is very sexy, but it's also very chic. It's also very elegant, like I said, very feminine. I love something that gives me all of those in one. This next trend is one that I actually love, and I'm so sad that I got rid of my pair that I had before, but fold over boots. Some of them are chunky, some of them are more sleek, some of them have like a bit of texture to them. It kind of looks like a ruching, kind of like slouchy situation. I think these are absolutely gorgeous. I had a pair, I want to say maybe like 2021, maybe 2022, and I had such a hard time styling them. I think because they were such like a niche fashion item at the moment, I wasn't seeing a lot of inspo, and I just wasn't super deep into my personal style yet. Do I think I would wear the boots still? Absolutely. Unfortunately, I got rid of them. I just hadn't worn them in over a year, so they had to go to somebody who's gonna wear them and show them the love that they deserve. I love seeing these with like a really chunky top layer, tiny bottoms or like form-fitting bottoms, and then the fold over boots. Like, I just think it looks so good. It looks so cunt, and it also can kind of like finesse your body shape. Fact of the matter is, now that I'm seeing them more often, I do want them again. I'm not gonna go out of my way to purchase them immediately, but if I'm still wanting them like 6 months from now, I will be purchasing them. Next up is a trend that I've been seeing a lot, I've been hearing a lot about. I'm very excited for. It's giving glamour, it's giving glitz, it's giving HBIC, head bitch in command. Fur. We love fur. I don't care if it's faux, I don't care if it's real. Controversial, but let me say it this way. I wouldn't purchase a new fur. I would purchase a thrifted fur, a vintage fur. Now, of course, if you're buying a new one, get faux fur. Fur is so gorgeous. We love her. It gives glam, it gives boss bitch energy. It just really, to me, gives me confidence. If I'm wearing fur, I just feel like you cannot tell me shit. It does not make sense for me to get a fur coat because I live in Florida, but like I said, if I find one vintage secondhand that I just cannot say no to, I will be purchasing. And I hope it is real fur. I hope it is. Moving on, we have leopard print again. She came with us through summer, through fall, and now into winter. And you know, I hope she's here to stay. I feel like there's a large community of us girlies who just love leopard no matter what. You've heard me say it before, it just adds a little extra level of cunt to the outfit. If you have an all black outfit and you feel like it's missing something, add some leopard print. It gives it, girl. Leopard is just stunning. Personally, for winter, I want to see a lot of like leopard accessories. I want to see like leopard gloves, leopard tights, leopard boots, a leopard scarf, like babushka style, underneath a black pea coat would go crazy. Next, we have kind of like a whole aesthetic. This is called country house or country core. I've heard both of them. Basically, it's like eclectic grandpa in the old English countryside. That's the best way I can explain it to you. We're seeing a lot of like knits, tweeds, plaids. It's like almost a little bit equestrian-y, but like more low-key, more downscaled, more cozy, less Nepo baby. Lots of wool. It's what I would imagine like an older person in the old English countryside wearing when they like go out to garden or take a walk with their like Scottish terrier. And I love it. I definitely want to go thrifting with this aesthetic in mind because I feel like it's just a fun style to lean into. In the colder months, it's a lot of layers and it just makes sense. It's very functional. And I do love like an old English countryside vibe. Hunter boots are back in style, and oh my gosh, I feel like I just took a blast from the past. Like, are we in high school again? Once again, this is a moment where I wish I kept my boots from so long ago. I can't tell you how many articles of clothing I wish I kept from when I was younger because of how many things that have come back into style and because of how many things would still be in good condition. Hunter boots specifically last forever. They're meant to last forever. If you've been wanting to buy them and you foresee yourself wearing them in the future, I would highly recommend it because it's a great item to keep in your closet. They're a fun boot to style, and I do fear it might be a staple for some people depending on your personal style. And also, it makes sense. When I used to live in Iowa, girl, the snows there were disgusting. The streets would get all wet and nasty. Your Uggs would get ruined because there was salt on the ground from people trying to melt ice down. Like, it's a whole thing. Rubber boots, fantastic, fantastic. Another trend that I think kind of piggybacks off the like country house, country core thing, patterned sweaters, or like ski style sweaters, I've heard people call them. They typically have a pattern that kind of goes in like a U across the chest area. It could be anything, a graphic, snowflakes, zigzags. There's lots of different colors of these sweaters. I think they're really fun. Obviously, this goes without saying, this is something that you could 1000% thrift. Like, I would feel weird purchasing this item new. I always feel weird purchasing a new item that's meant to look like something vintage, especially something that's so easily attainable. Hello, it's a sweater. Okay, let's take a break from the fashion and talk about a little bit of makeup because I have a few things to say. Number one, this is kind of something that I've seen. I don't really feel like I've seen anybody talk about it in trending videos, but this is something that I've been picking up on. Glam is back. Glam is back. A full beat face is back, and if it's not back today, it's coming back tomorrow. I have seen so many videos of people glamorizing 2016, like the whole aesthetic of it when we were wearing a cut crease to go to the grocery store. King Kylie was omnipresent, effervescent. She was everywhere. Everybody had a lip kit. Everybody had a lip kit. The baking, the Morphe palettes, the matte lips, the fake lashes, very dramatic eye looks. Like, they are back with full force. I'm seeing more winged liners than I've ever seen. I fear we might be back in 2016, but of course with a more refined approach. I don't think we're going full Instagram baddie with this whatsoever. I think it's more so that we've had such like a minimal style, at least in like the mainstream makeup world. It's just been such like a minimal clean girl style, which is always nice. But lately I've been like dipping into my eyeshadow palettes again. I fear we're back. I fear we're back. I think as far as like a day-to-day, we are gonna see a little bit more effort. I also do feel like this is natural for the colder months. You know, we don't have our gorgeous tan. We're not getting a lot of sunlight. Adding a little bit more makeup just makes us feel more confident. It just helps out where we need it. And I feel like it does give us that little like dopamine boost. And that's very necessary for a lot of us in the winter. I fully support it. Another trend I've noticed with makeup is a thinner eyebrow. Now, I'm not saying we're going back to like the 90s over plucked eyebrows. Like, no. I think we learned our lesson with those. Just like a softer brow. Like, the brows aren't like the main focal point of your face, whereas years in the past, brows have been so important. And they are. Don't get me wrong. Brows are incredibly important. They change the entire shape of your face. They can make or break your makeup look. Let's be for real. But I don't feel like it's gonna be like we're looking at someone and it's like, hello, eyebrows. I feel like more, you know, thinner, longer eyebrow just to like elongate the face, make us look a little more chic, a little bit more expensive. That's what I've definitely been seeing lately. Back into fashion, let's chat about a couple colors really quick. They are still the same colors that were trending last month. We have khaki green and maroon. I think in the fall, I mentioned just green as a whole because I personally just love green. I've been reaching for it a lot more often in any shade, but specifically khaki green for the winter is booming. We're seeing a lot of like coats, trenches, accessories, boots, all types of stuff in this khaki green color. I love green. I just love to see it. So that is still trending very heavily. And then I did mention earlier, but maroon, we are seeing maroon even more than we had before, which is nice. You know, it's good to see a trend take momentum and really just keep going. I'm so sick of seeing trends come and go so quickly. I feel like we're kind of getting out of that super micro trend heavy vibe, and we're focusing on more not just obtainable but like long-term trends, or trends that are timeless, I guess I should say. Another trend that is still going strong, suede. Once again, picked up some more momentum. Still seeing the same things, suede coats, suede boots, suede handbags. Suede handbags that are out right now are absolutely stunning. I want to say YSL has one that I am in love with. Oh, they're just so good. They're just so good. Going off of that, I also mentioned this in my last video, but functional handbags. In recent past, it's been all about the micro bag, the tiny little bags. How tiny can we make a bag? We went to shoulder bags, and now we are seeing like full-blown hobo bags, messenger bags, top handle bags, just bags that we can fit our shit in, okay? We're sick of just having phone, keys, wallet. Sometimes it wasn't even phone. But now, lo and behold, we can fit a pair of shoes in these bitches. And I love that. The bag that I thrifted in my last thrift with me, like the Lexi Bloom bag, I've been using that non-stop. My bag charms look really good on it. Every single time I use it, I tell my husband, I'm like, I just love having a bag that fits all my things. So nice. It's so nice to feel prepared. It's just natural, a natural feminine urge to want to have all your things. Moving on, this is a trend that I think is very chic. And I haven't seen a lot of people in like my world specifically talk about it, more in like the high fashion world. And if you wear this item that I'm about to talk about, you are so much chicer than anybody else in the room. I promise you that. Capes. A cape, just like a nice little, kind of like how my ruffles are here, but like longer, obviously. Just like something that hangs over the arms so that your arms are free while you have this like beautiful flowy situation beyond you. My favorite iteration of a cape right now is on a coat. So it's just like a nice little accent over top, and then you still have like the arms and a normal structure of a coat, if that makes sense, but the top still has like that beautiful like cape effect to it. Or you could go full-blown cape, which is almost like a poncho situation. Once again, I just think they look effortlessly chic. I was watching Emily in Paris the other day. I want to say she had a cape on, and like it had like the armholes like towards the front. I made a mental note. I was like, that's a coat that I don't see often. Like that's a shape I don't see often, and it's a very chic. I just feel like it looks like you're in the fashion industry if you're wearing something like that. Like you're ahead of the curve. I don't know. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I feel like I almost don't need to mention this because it's kind of like, duh, we've seen this 100 times now. But bag charms. Yes, bag charms are still going strong. I mentioned them in the summer trends video, mentioned them again in the fall trends video as they started to take momentum. And now they're just kind of like a mainstream trend. You know who has a lot of bag charms? Anthropologie. They have a ton of really cute bag charms. Like I'm not even joking. They look like curated, like you bought 4 separate keychains, but no, you just bought the one. I'll link it down below for you, don't worry. I got a little crocheted teddy bear in Cincinnati. That's on my handbag. And then I also got a little chain that one of my followers sent me. Melanie, I believe her name is. She has a brand called Garden Jewels, and she has the cutest little bag charm that she sent me. It's like this beaded like crystal thing, and it has a little cake on it. It's so cute. I just feel like bag charms like that are hard to find, and she makes them. So I'm gonna tag her brand down below as well. Definitely shop her stuff if you want to get just a cute little bag charm to start off your bag charm collection, if you will, because I feel like it was exactly what I needed. I do have another pair of shoes on the trend list for the winter, but I've been seeing a rise in this style of shoe, and those are the tabi shoes. Yeah, they're everywhere. I knew the moment that I saw a girl wearing tabi Pumas that this was becoming a widespread trend. A lot of creators that I follow are obsessed with them. It's so funny, like people who wear tabi shoes, like they want tabi shoes all the time. Like they want tabi boots, tabi sneakers, tabi loafers, tabi pumps. This is admittedly a trend that I'm not really into. I feel like if I was gifted a pair of tabi shoes, I would wear them because they're a fun conversation piece. They are a funky little weird item, and I do like adding a little weird spice to my outfits. All of that to say, I wouldn't want to spend my money on a pair of tabi shoes. I think this is gonna be a trend that we look back on years from now and are like, what the fuck was that? Like, what the fuck was that? But it's fine. Like fashion isn't supposed to be that serious, and the girlies that pull off the tabi shoes, like they're cool as fuck. Like let me tell you, they're very cool. They're very into eclectic fashion. It just makes sense for them, but I don't know how I feel about the vagina shoes. Not the camel toe. Okay, girls, that is the end of the winter fashion trends. I hope you loved the video. Remember, I will have a link in the description box down below for an item within every single trend that we talked about. If you want to shop the trends that way, I will also have all of my social media links down there. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest, head down there. Remember to subscribe to my channel because if you made it all the way to the end, I'm gonna assume we vibe together. At least, God, I hope so. With that being said, make sure you give this video a big ass thumbs up before you leave because it does help my channel out so much. If you liked this video and you're into fashion, then make sure that you check out these videos because you will love them as well. All right, girlies, I am off. I love you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.